Welcome to episode 3 of Bedtime Stories for Grown-Ups, a podcast that is meant to be your guide into dreamland. Hopefully, you'll never hear the end of it. Once upon a time, if you were lucky, someone told you bedtime stories. Maybe someone read you books, or the same favorite book over and over. Or maybe someone made up your bedtime stories, telling you nonsensical things until you closed your eyes and drifted into sleep. These bedtime stories are the whimsical made-up kind, little snippets from dreamland to guide you there. There is no plot to follow, no sense to make of anything, just a sequence of images from beyond the consciousness of day to help you drift, let go, and fall blissfully into sleep. On our way home, we came upon the carcass of a dead baby sperm whale in someone's yard. The crows were examining it. They went to the door of the house and knocked with their beaks. The man came out and thought that it was us who had knocked. No, it is the crows. I think they want to ask permission to start tearing the carcass apart. He said it had come from up the coast. They were going to do a necropsy on it. It wasn't looking very good for the whales. He went back inside, and the crows went knocking on his door again. We hurried away, so he didn't think it was us. There is a giant spider in the corner. It seems like a friendly spider that has become attached to us. When we move, the spider moves. We don't want to offend it, but it is rather unnerving. There are 2 elephants, a big one and a very cute little one. The little one is behaving like a puppy, running around all animated and finally settling down in the branches of the tree. I didn't know that elephants could climb trees. They should stay together, but they are treated so poorly and kept apart. It is an illusion that they are happy. Animals shouldn't be kept in captivity at all. There are piles of broken seashells outside our front door, as though deposited there over millennia by the ocean. How could this be? And there are birds everywhere. Maybe they have something to do with it. We were visiting somewhere, a house on stilts in the woods up in the valley. It is dark and there is only one large room. We are having a communal supper. The children have gone to take a gift to the ocean. We were following them on the screens. There was something wrong, something amiss, and we needed to give this gift to the ocean. They had to make sure they got it right in, not just into the tidal pools. It's a large chest-like box. I'm not sure what is in it, but I hope it works. I saw a dolphin wearing a sea lion mask herding a small group of sea lions into the pens for slaughter. The dolphin was rewarded with food. It was so strange when the mask came off. It was a complete transformation from sea lion to dolphin. I felt badly for all of them. We were sucking the life out of the oceans and replacing it with plastics. The dolphin was captive and trained to hunt from a young age. I couldn't believe humans were going to eat the last of the sea lions. A boat pulled in and started to pile up the catch on the dock. It was a pile of beautifully colored large flat fish. There was hardly any meat on them. They were really just for table decoration. Maybe these were the last of their kind, too. There were fewer and fewer fish coming back. We were destroying everything. We were on a trip. Maybe we were in Iceland. It was a very magical place, and there were faces in all the rocks. Faces everywhere. We were staying in someone's home near the beach. We were playing, exploring, having fun. We were having so much fun using their rowboat. While all this was going on, the theater's ceiling had come down, in pieces, peeling off like a banana skin. It was like those old stamped tin ceilings. Now it wasn't safe to watch a movie, and so we had the place to ourselves. But not for long. The woman who ran the place had bought it years ago. The whole place, the land around it was wild. Her ex-husband was visiting. He was a professor and very good at flummoxing her current husband. He was clever and funny, but the current husband didn't get it. I think she was really still in love with her ex. Walking up a river valley full of stones and stoned people who had been stoned to death. There was a group of indigenous people lying dead on one side of the river. Another group of people on the other side of the river seemed quite pleased with themselves about all the dead bodies. Now all the stones were theirs. One group of humans meeting another. We were quite disgusted with the whole scene. There was some serious flooding. It looked like everything in the basements of those houses was lost. Maybe even the houses, if the water didn't recede soon. It was thick and fast-flowing, swallowing everything. There was the lonely old woman from the church. She had been cranky and bossy, but now she was all alone, and so she was desperate to keep people around her, keep people talking, getting them to do things for her. But she was still cranky and bossy, and most of us just did things for her because we felt sorry for her. We needed the old women to get together. There was a swimming hole in the ice, and they said there was a cave down there with air to breathe. You just have to have faith and swim down to find it. It was kind of scary, but I swam down, and sure enough, there was a bright cave with a lovely bed made up for me with clean sheets. It was nice. There was snow. We had the edge on the hockey game for sure. We can skate, and the other team has never seen the snow. We were expecting to win. We made a giant snow rabbit out of hundreds of little furry rabbits. They were soft and limp, but they weren't dead. They were going to come alive at some point, and that would be spectacular. I wanted to see that, when the giant snow rabbit turns into hundreds of little furry rabbits who then run away in the snow. But that isn't scheduled to happen until later in the afternoon. But what's going on? Why is the square filled with water? The giant snow rabbit is completely submerged. I can't even see it. Are all the little rabbits going to drown? It's just high tide now. It's going to go down again. The rabbits should be okay. They are used to this. But how can they breathe underwater? Now we have to wait until the tide goes out again. We saw the two roads. They had names, the long road and the short road. And when we came down, we went under a cool rock formation ring that made a bit of a tunnel. But when I looked back, the tunnel was gone, and I saw the strip of rock formation flit like a tail. The kids that we were with said it was a tail, and they seemed scared, and we ran back to the house. And then in the distance we saw buildings collapsing, one after the other, and the dust and debris were coming toward us. We raced to get back to the house and close the doors. The debris shot past us, and then seemed to be clearing. I thought for sure the event would be cancelled, but no, it was going ahead. A girl and a boy together. The girl found she could be inside the boy's head and look out of his eyes. It was hard to tell whether you were talking to the boy or the girl, though when she was in his head there was a little vacancy to his eyes, kind of a far-off trance look. They were also a couple. When it was mealtime, they were always walking together, holding hands and sitting together. Did you want all this silverware on the table? Because people are going to use it. There were shortcuts. Sometimes I could see out of the boy's eyes. It was like an animation where the inside of the eyes are like a room with a window. Didn't see a chair or a desk or anything. Or just the sensation of looking out of somebody else's eyes. We went to someone's house and had to take our shoes off at the door. We didn't mean to be here. We meant to go next door. We can go around back, but we will need our shoes. There was something on the radio about a great sinkhhole opening up. It was going to swallow everything, even the sea. I just got the last end of it and wanted more information. "Excuse me," I asked a man and a woman by the side of the road. "Have you heard about this great sinkhole?" "Oh yes," the man said. "Nature will have her revenge on what man has wrought." He didn't seem too concerned. Apparently it was happening all over the world. It had started in Greece. I went out and walked along a sacred ancient path. I was careful and respectful. I was gathering special things. I thought I saw the body of a tiny man amongst the seaweed and caught in some roots. It was not a man but a frog. Sprawled out like that, the frog body was just like ours. There were too many dead and dying things along this path. It was not a good sign. Thank you for listening. Sweet dreams.